Hello Universe, E is here today. Today we're looking back at Miss Universe Myanmar 2024, the 11th editions of the pageant. The competitions barely caught the attention of the local media. Not sure because they already knew who was going to be the winner, but contestants like Thet San Andersen and Hanley still managed to steal the spotlight and spark buzz online. Notable contestant like Thet San Andersen. A little bit about her. She is a Myanmar Swedish woman raised in Yangon by a Burmese mother and a Swedish father. Her biracial identity became a talking point, especially as she competed to represent Myanmar on the international stage. This raised familiar debates about national representation in beauty pageants, particularly when a contestant doesn't reflect the majority of the country populations. For example, even more controversial example was Brooke Jackson, the white winner of Miss Universe Zimbabwe 2023, representing a Southern African country. Her win caused global backlash and reignited the conversations about race, identity, and who get to represent a nation in international competitions. Zimbabwe has a population approximately 16 million, with a growth rate of 4.3, and the majority, about 98%, are of Black African descent. The remaining 2% comprise of white Africans, Asians, and people of mixed race. This is how she addressed the issue of race in an interview after her win. She quoted, "One of the biggest beliefs is that no matter what country you come from, if you are from African country, for example, you should be allowed to compete regardless of your skin color. You can come from any culture, any background. No one should define you by your color, by the way you look, or by the shape of your body." End quote. So, there is just a lot of backlash with this, what she is saying, because still people question the motive behind her participations, right? How and why someone who doesn't resemble the people they're representing end up winning the competitions. After all, skin color does matter, because people with certain skin color tones continue to face racism and discriminations. Some skin colors are far more privileged than others, and she's a living proof of that reality. So that is just a little bit about the Miss Zimbabwe. So now let's get back to Miss Universe Myanmar 2024. So Hanley was one of the fan favorites to win the crown. She was the first runner-up when she competed for Miss Universe Myanmar in 2015, and she speaks multiple languages, including English, Shan, and Chinese. She even won the national costume competition for 2024 competitions, and many fans were confident that she would take home the title. She has the experience and the language skill. So one ongoing conversations among Myanmar pageant in these competition is the importance of English proficiency. So some believe that if a contestant cannot speak or understand English, then they have a little chance of succeeding at the national level. At the same time, fans have expressed frustrations when contestants make it to the top 3 or even win, simply because they can speak English. Many believe this is exactly what happened during Miss Universe Myanmar 2024 competitions. And recently, the former national director of Miss Grand Myanmar, now the national director of Miss Cosmo and Miss International Myanmar, he gave an interview about selecting potential candidate to represent Miss Myanmar at Miss International competition. He stated that she is a native English speaker, and he was also saying that she has the look that the international judge typically look for. So the reason he is mentioning this English proficiency is because it has been a concern about Finn, and he wants the public to feel confident that this candidate that he's choosing to represent Myanmar is not facing any language barrier, or that he have confidence that she will be able to represent Myanmar confidently. When Thet San Andersen was announced as the winner, fans weren't surprised. Many have the feeling that she will win because of her fluent in English, and some believe that was the only reason she took the crown. This led to widespread disappointment, especially because Hanley placed only third and wasn't even named first or second runner-ups, giving her experience. And then the second place title went to Cherry Moore, who's later represent Myanmar at Miss Supranational 2024. And as for Thet San Andersen, she went to represent Myanmar on the international stage, but remained unplaced. Even though she have the language skill, and Van do complain that she doesn't really have that pageant look, so people aren't surprised that she wasn't placed at international stage. But again, fans are still curious about the next competitions and what would that look like. So in conclusion, the results of Miss Universe Myanmar 2024 sparked a mix of excitement, debate, and disappointment. From questioning our representation to the role of English fluency in judging, and the competition highlight deeper conversation about identity and fairness in pageantry. As Myanmar continues to participate on the global stage, many fans hope future pageant will strike a better balance between communication skill and a true representation of the nation's diverse beauty. So, 2 paths, 1 stage, 1 crown. Who's next?